Yo, welcome back to the fucking channel, everybody. If you watched my last video on NF, the search, I was like, something is off about it. Not actually the content or the editing or anything, but as I saw the video, it looked like just like slightly out of focus. And that's because my dumbass forgot to change the focus from when I was taking pictures. It was like focused on my arm and shit. And my eyes were like just out of focus enough. But in my mind, I'm like, these other fucking reactors are shooting with like webcams from like 2007 and shit. And they got like 1 million followers. So I'm good. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ernest. This is the third Ernest. We break down rap and rap music and rap videos and potentially other things in the future. But for now, we're just sticking with rap. I'm on the NF fucking hype train right now. These fucking flies, man. I'm about to just start fucking murdering. Like I said, I normally don't believe in hype, which is why I was slacking like a mug, but I heard the search and then I was about it. And then I saw y'all's comments and y'all are some passionate ass fans, so that made me even fucking more about it. It's a rainy ass day in the Ariano household. Everyone's just chilling. There's flash floods going on outside. My dog is right under that blanket. I don't know if you can see. Cut to B-roll sequence. What's up, baby girl? How you liking the rain, girl? How you liking the rain, girl?
How you liking the rain, girl?
See, this is what you gotta love about greyhounds. They don't give a shit about anything. This is it. This is her life, 4 hours a day. And you would never know that there's this long ass fucking body under there. But there is. Love you, baby girl. Well, it's not really B-roll sequence, but you know, you can at least see her and all her glory and all her gorgeousness. I bring up the rain because I'm in a mood for something down. I'm in a mood for moody music, something that's a little more doom and gloom. Last time it rained, I did Stan. Link right here. I always say link right here and I forget to put the link, but I'm doing it this time. Now that I'm on the NF hype train, I'm going all the way with it, and as you can see by the title of this video, we're doing How Could You Leave Us? Because people have told me that this song is sad, it's emotional, it's gut-wrenching, and your boy likes that kind of music. I like that kind of content where someone can just lay their heart out on the line for the entire world to judge. Because that's what we do as people on YouTube. That's what we do as artists. That's what we do as photographers. Which, by the way, I am link in the description to my photography Instagram as well as my personal Instagram if y'all guys want to give a follow. Would appreciate that. I heard that this song is about his mom, and I do know that she passed away from drug overdose, I believe pills or opiates or opioids, or I'm not sure what exactly it was, but she was a drug addict who passed away from it, and obviously he has a lot of anger in his heart from it. Like I told y'all in the comments on my last video, y'all are joining me on my NF journey. Basically any NF video I do is gonna be a first time reaction because I've never heard these songs before. So let's just go ahead and fucking jump on in that shit and see what we got. How Could You Leave Us? Do all of his videos have like this green tint? Like normally as a photographer, as someone, you would want to get rid of that green tinge. It throws like skin color off, but when it's done intentionally, it provides like a certain type of vibe. Movies that do it intentionally, got him! Movies that do it intentionally are like The Matrix, where it has that green tint so that way you can have like the feeling of like digital. So when you're in The Matrix, in the movie The Matrix, everything has that green tint, but when you're in the real world, that green tinge is gone. It's like got this blue tinge to it, which is more realistic toward like a cold world, cold life. This is 2 videos already with that green tinge, which is providing a mood. I fuck with that already.
How could you leave so unexpected? We waited for you, but you just left us. We needed you, I needed you.
Bro, this is already sad as shit. Like, I don't really get emotional when I see things like this. I don't think I've ever cried in a single movie in my life. Not that the movies aren't sad, it's just that I know that it's not real life. I know that it's a script, I know that it's actors acting. You can hear the emotion in his voice. There's a song by Fora where he's talking, I think it's pronounced Fora, where he's talking to his homeboy who's locked up in prison, and that song gets me too. You got the pill bottles already. You got him in his eyes. Like, you can see the wateriness in his eyes. This is gonna be a long ass 5 minutes, guys. Fuck.
Yo, I don't know what it's like to be addicted to pills, but I do know what it's like to be a witness to kills. Mama told me she loved me. I'm thinking this isn't real. I think of you when I get a whiff of that cigarette smell, yeah.
Mama told me she loved me, but I'm thinking that this isn't real. I get a whiff of you every time I smell that cigarette smell. I don't know if that's actually the house he used to live in. It could just be for the video. But he's like rapping in the street with like his younger version of himself in the actual yard. That's it.
Welcome to the bottom of hell. They say pain is a prison. Let me out of my cell. You say you proud of me, but you don't know me that well. Sit in my room, tears running down my face, and I yell into my pillowcases.
You say you proud of me, but you don't really know me that well. I feel like anybody who has parents that are like not involved in their life, thank the Lord that mine were involved in my life. You know, I come from a side of town where I see parents who aren't involved in their children's lives more so than they are. I lose a lot of friends from high school, you know, to the streets, to prison, to things of that nature. And psychologically, it's proven that a lot of it is going to be because parents weren't there. A lot of it is going to be because they didn't have that guidance and they're searching for that guidance in the wrong area. And that's a tough line when he says, you tell me you're proud of me, but you don't even know me that well. It almost seems like you want your parents to tell you that they're proud of you, but you want them to tell you that they're proud of you because they know the struggles and they know what you've overcome to get to who you are. But when you have an absent parent, they're like a shell of themselves. When they say they're proud of you, it's almost like they're just saying it off of a script. Like, they don't really mean it. They're just saying it because they know it's something that should be said. That's a powerful line.
Me that well, sit in my room, tears running down my face, and I yell into my pillowcases. Say you coming to get us, then call a minute later just to tell us you're not. I'm humiliated. I'm in a room with a parent that I don't really know. Some lady in the corner watching us while she's taking notes. I don't get it, Mom. Don't you want?
Could be talking about CPS or could be talking about therapy. That line right there reminds me of Will Smith in The Fresh Prince, one of the most iconic TV scenes that I could ever remember witnessing in my entire life. I know you've seen it if you've seen The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There's no way you haven't seen it. So Will Smith gets all hyped because he hasn't seen his dad in like 18 years. And then he's ready to go and he's all hyped. And then his dad's like, well, actually, son, we're going to have to postpone. And I don't know how long because I got this gig or whatever the fuck. Just the ramp up to like hypeness, like, hell yeah, my dad's changed. And then just to be let down.
Some business came up I got to handle.
It was great seeing you, son.
You know what? Actually, this works out better for me. You know, the slimmies of summer come to class wearing next to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's all right to be angry.
Hey, why should I be mad? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
Some lady in the corner watching us while she's taking notes. I don't get it, Mom. Don't you want to watch your babies grow? I guess pills are more important. All you have to say is no. But you won't do it, will you? You gonna keep popping till them pills kill you. I know you're gone, but I can still feel you.
You're gonna keep popping till those pills kill you. It's almost like he's talking to his mom in the past, foreshadowing to the fact that the pills did kill her. You love them pills more than you love us. You're gonna keep popping them till those pills kill you. And now I know you're gone, but I can still feel you. Fuck me.
Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us? How could you leave us?
Listen to that fucking pain.
Why would you leave us? Oh.
Look at that, look at the difference in the video. When she's happy, when she's with her younger kids, the pills probably hadn't taken her at this point. Look at this. Look, we got a lot of brightness. We got the sun shining through the windows. We still got that dark tint, or that dark green tint around everything because this is probably a memory that he has. And it's still, the memory is overshadowed by the fact that his mom's dead from pills and from opioids and things like that. But, there was once a happy time, and then we fast forward, and now look at her, old, her skin is going to shit. She's not taking care of herself. There's no more high key lighting, which is what this is called when you got lights that are really bright. It's called high key lighting. Now this is low key lighting. It's very dark. There's a lot of shadow on this side of her face. Just the emotion and how could you leave us? You shouldn't ever want to have to question your parents about something like that.
I got this picture in my room and it kills me. But I don't need a picture of my mom, I need the real thing. Now a relationship is something we won't ever have. But why do I feel like I lost something that I never had?
Why do I feel like I lost something that I never had? He never had a relationship with his mom, but yet he still feels like he lost the potential that potentially could have been there if she would have got clean. This is almost like the exact opposite song to Royce the 5'9" Cocaine. 2 drugs compared to someone whose parent was strong enough to go to rehab specifically for his family because he cared about his family more so than he did about his addiction. Like, that's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now while I'm watching it, is the difference between Royce the 5'9's video and this video. What's crazy is that a lot of people will say that the drug issue is what takes black African American families apart in the United States. No one ever really talks about the white side of the same problem. And what's crazy is we have these 2 mainstream artists, underground mainstream artists, like both of them obviously don't get anywhere near the recognition they deserve, but we're hearing like the complete total opposite. We're hearing a white family that was destroyed by drugs because the parents didn't want to do anything and didn't care enough about their kids compared to how much they cared about drugs. Compared to Royce's story where his father actually went to rehab so that way he didn't lose his family. And that's a strong ass man, that's a strong individual to be able to do that. Especially when you have that stereotypical stigma that goes along with, you know, black father figures not being there for their sons and for their daughters.
Why do I feel like I lost something that I never had? You should have been there when I graduated. Told me you love me and congratulations. Instead you left us at the window waiting. Where you at, Mom? What you young to understand? Where you at, huh? Yeah, I know them drugs that got you held captive.
We're too young to understand, but where you at? At a certain age, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that I don't understand what's going on and the burdens that you have. It's your job as the adult to shake those burdens, to be there for me at these milestones. I don't really care what's going on in your life. I need you to be there for me, and you weren't. This is so sad. PewDiePie reference, by the way.
Yeah, I know them drugs that got you held captive. I can see it in your eyes, they got your mind captured. Some say it's fun to get the high, but I am not laughing. And what you don't realize and what you're not grasping, that I was nothing but a kid who couldn't understand it. I ain't gonna say that I forgive you cause it hasn't happened. I thought that maybe I'd feel better as time passes. If you really cared for me the way you acting.
I'm not gonna say that I forgive you because it hasn't happened. His mom has passed away from drugs. He's grown up, he's older, you know, he's got his own burdens, his own problems. He's still got his faith, even though it can be weary at times, which all of our faith can be weary at times if we believe in something. That's part of being human. To say it on a track, talking to his mom who's passed away, basically saying, I haven't forgiven you yet, and I don't know if I ever will, because it still hasn't happened. And I know that you're a victim to those drugs, because I can see it in your eyes and the lack of soul, the lack of happiness. They just look like they're empty vessels. It's a powerful ass song.
Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us?
And his daughter and his sisters.
How could you leave us? How could you leave us? Why would you leave us?
Looking out the window, waiting, knowing she potentially isn't even gonna come. That's just sad.
Our last conversation, you and I sat in the living room talking.
Look, this is tight. As like the music video direction, here she is on the living room couch, and there he is on the same couch, but just the way his demeanor is, you can tell that she's not actually there. She's there in the music video, she's there, they're acting together, but the point is that she's there like in her own world. She's dead, so right now it's like symbolic of a memory, like she's just there. But also, even if she was alive, this is what she was like when he was actually trying to like interact. Bro, I opened the door for like 5 minutes to let like the rain smell in. Like fucking flies come in. She's not even looking at him because that's how he feels he lived his childhood without any kind of mother figure there. That's good direction by whoever directed the music video.
Our last conversation, you and I sat in the living room talking about my music, and I brought you something to listen to. You started crying, telling me this isn't you. A couple weeks later, guess you were singing a different tune. You took them pills for the last time, didn't you? They took you from us once, I guess they came back to finish you. Crying my eyes out in the studio is difficult. Music is the only place that I can go to speak to you. Took everything inside of me now.
She started crying, listening to his music, saying this isn't you. But imagine hearing that from a parent who doesn't even know who you are. How can you even tell me that this isn't me when you don't even know who I am? That shit's deep.
Difficult. Music is the only place that I can go to speak to you. Took everything inside of me, not to scream at your funeral. Sitting in my chair, that person talking was pitiful. I wish you were here, mama, but every time I picture you, all I feel is pain. I hate the way I remember you.
This is like an Eminem vibe with his mom. Eminem had a different way of releasing his anger out toward his mom. It was like the same way he released his anger out toward his wife and released his anger out toward the public and, you know, Congress and all that. A lot of it is just shit talking. A lot of it is just getting in your face with it. This is like legitimately one-on-one talking to his mom, saying that I hate the way you did us. I hate the way you left us, you know, because of these pills. The only way that I remember you is a way that I don't want to remember you.
All I feel is pain. I hate the way I remember you. They found you on the floor. I could tell you felt hollow. Gave everything you had, plus your life to them pill bottles. You gave everything you had, plus your life to them pill bottles. Don't know if you hear me or not, but if you're still watching, why?
You give everything you had plus your life to them pill bottles. Like, obviously she died from the pill bottles, but everything she had could have been her physical life. Plus her life would have been her family. Like, she gave it all up for them pill bottles. He should have been her life plus your life, which would be us and my siblings and just everything that we could have had as a happy family.
How could you leave us? How could you leave us? Why would you leave us? Sometimes I think about things like, you know, when I have kids and like, you won't be there, you know, you won't be there for any of that. I'll never get to see you again. Sometimes I wish I would have just called you. I wish I would have just picked up the phone. Wish you were here. I mean, you should have been there for us.
This part is obviously super emotional. Those are real emotions that you're hearing. That is not acting. To even feel the burden on yourself of sometimes I just should have picked up the phone and called you because now I can't talk to you anymore. Like, you feel that way because she's gone, but like she was never really there to even talk to. Even if you picked up the phone and called her, what would you have said? He probably felt like I just have a physical mother figure there, but she's not actually my mom. What's the point of me even picking up the phone to call her? The fact that I didn't pick up the phone to call her might as well be the same thing as me picking up the phone to call her.
And Bill's got you, right? I wish you were here.
Damn. And then the video ends off with a high-key picture, again, a lot of light, and her smiling. So even with all the darkness, even with all the turmoil and the trouble and the addiction and leaving them and the hatred he feels toward his mom and all the questions as of how could you do that as a mother figure, he still tries to remember her with this smile on her face, knowing that it wasn't really there all that often when she got addicted to drugs. Yo, that video and that song, I can understand why people were like, yo, you need to react to this song and video because they're mad sad. That's on a whole nother level of sad. The last time that I had an emotional reaction toward a song like I have right now toward this one was probably Headlights by Eminem. That's the second song that I listened to on this NF journey. Fuck me, right? I can't even imagine like relating to this story. But that's one of the things I love about Nate and NF already, whatever you want to call him, is the fact that he puts these emotions out and he makes himself vulnerable for the world. In his mind, he's like, there's probably people that are going through this same type of thing. And with such reach as an artist, the song has almost 40.2 million views. Like, he has that reach to where he's probably like, who am I to not share my story, knowing that somebody might benefit from knowing that somebody like me, you know, who has success, has shared that burden or has shared that type of similar story with somebody who's watching this, and that could make it easier for them to kind of cope with it. that's big as someone like him, to air out all of his personal issues and all of the things that, you know, have got him to where he's at today. Because a lot of people, you know, in this Instagram world, in the world of social media, a lot of it seems like the whole entire world is perfect. Like, you had a perfect upbringing, you came from a perfect life, you have money, you're rich, you're traveling the world. 99.9% of us don't have that life. And even the ones that do portray it, their life is nothing really like that. This is real life right here. And that's one thing that I love about hip hop. But thanks for everybody that recommended that song before I go off on this like in order journey of NF, because there's a lot of songs that I have to go off of in order. Appreciate y'all guys joining me on this new journey that I didn't even know that I needed in my life. I didn't even know that I needed it. And now that I have it, I don't know how I lived without it. Love everybody. Thanks for all the new subscribers that are here from NF The Search. Thanks to all the new subscribers that are here from my previous 2 Stan and Bad Guy videos. Welcome to the family. The family is the third fam. I'm the third Ernest. And catch y'all guys on the next one. Peace.